going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger back at you with another episode of our Denver Broncos Playbook breakdown tutorial here in Madden 15. This is episode number 3. If you found this video, you were searching on YouTube, looking for plays out of this playbook, or just searching for offensive plays, trying to get better in Madden 15, be sure to click that thumbs up. Also subscribe so you don't miss any other episodes. And like I said, episode number 3 and episodes 1 and 2, we covered some single back formation plays. And over the next couple episodes, we're going to dive into some pistol formation plays because there's a lot of them, a lot of good runs, a lot of good passes. And I'm excited, man. Let's get right into it. Practice mode loading up here. And the first one that we are going to check out is the ace formation out of the pistol. And I really, really love this formation because it gives you 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers. It's very, very balanced on each side. And the first play that we're going to take a look at is just a simple halfback counter, which is up at the top of your screen, the square option. And we're just going to go against some random defense here. So, nothing special about it. Like I said, just a regular counter play. Counters are very, very good in this year's Madden. And so that's why I like to run them a lot. And we'll just run it once more to the left-hand side. As you can see, if you get good blocking, if you have a really good offensive line for all my Madden Ultimate Team players, you're really going to be able to chew up some yards here. And the good thing about this play is that you can flip it and your opponent will have no idea. So I'm just going to look at the play, and it's set to go to the left if you just hit your audible button and then R2 on PlayStation, or I guess the back trigger on Xbox One. You see, I've just flipped the play, but my offense has not moved at all. They pretty much have done nothing. So it's a good way just to change up the direction of the run in case one side seems to be more balanced than the other. When you come out and you're seeing a defense where maybe more guys are on the right-hand side than the left-hand side, I guess this might be a good example. It looks like the right is a little more crowded. So if I came out and I was supposed to be going right, I would just simply flip it to counter the weak side of the field, and look at all that space there. Great blocking. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was running to get some Gatorade already instead of blocking. But again, just a very, very productive play, and I love the fact that you're able to basically flip it without the defense knowing. It pretty much has the same concept as some of the first episode when there was a couple runs, because this formation is very similar to the single back deuce, which, as you can see right here, if you look at pistol deuce, pistol ace, really the only difference is it's out of a pistol formation instead of a single back. So the second play that we're going to take a look at again is another run, and it's the strong power, and we're going to go against a random defense again. Pretty much the same exact concept, except for this time it's not a counter, it's more of a power run to a certain side. And just like the counter run that we just went over, you can easily flip the play without your defense even knowing. And check out the blocking. We get some really good blocking downfield. This is surprising. Normally my blockers don't like to show out in practice mode, so I'm going to flip it again because there's more defenders on my left hand side, and it's just simply a numbers game. Look at the holes clearing out for me. So I think you guys get the idea. It's basically 2 different run plays, and you can flip them without the defense being aware of it. Run it one last time. Whew, that's some good blocking downfield. So let's take a look at some pass plays now. So the 3 plays that you see on your screen are pretty much the only pass plays that I like out of this formation: the ace tight end drag, the inside cross, and the wide receiver screen. We'll first take a look at the wide receiver screen and talk about why I love this play so much. If I show the play art to you, look at the triangle, the tight end, our second tight end. Check out that out route. That's a classic out route that we used to have and be able to hot route to in previous Maddens before Madden 25. And you can no longer do that, and it's very rare that you find such a quick outward slant route pretty much in the game at all. So the main concept of this is a screen pass, and just looking at the defense, look how far off they're playing Malcolm Floyd. I'm probably going to end up throwing the screen pass here, but you have that safety valve with triangle, that quick out route that you can kind of dump it off to if the screen isn't open. So there it was good blocking, though it got a little close there for a moment, a little too close for comfort. But again, when the defense is playing that far off, I definitely like to go to the screenplay, and you're getting just really good blocking down here. Now, if we can hopefully get an example, see now the receiver, there's somebody right in his face, and Antonio Gates and those pulling guards and tackles are not going to get over there fast enough to block this guy, I don't believe. So this is where I like to kind of look at that quick out route, and you got to be careful because sometimes it's going to be covered. If they're sitting in a zone where there's a guy in the flat, you're more than likely going to want to run the screen, but if they're playing man, you can get away with that slant. That time, I'm surprised I had enough time to get the throw off, but I just looked for the outward slant there. So you got to read the defense before you make this decision or run this play. If they're playing off, go with the screen. If they're playing uptight, go with the basically the pass. This time I see a blitz. Still going to throw it because look at that 2-on-1 right there, and we'll hit him with a little back juke. It didn't work. But again, I love this play. You just have to make sure you read the defense again. Once again, playing off here. So I'm gonna, when you're getting this type of cushion, you can screen it all day. And if you have a faster wide receiver, I mean Malcolm Floyd's not the fastest. So if you have a faster receiver, you're probably gonna be able to break down the field a lot quicker if you have like a Deshaun Jackson or a Julio Jones, somebody like that. And for all my ultimate team players, you want to make sure that you have a tight end that has good run and pass blocking in this situation. So here we finally get an example of when they're playing up close on him. So I'm going to look at the slant there. Look at that. It is a man crusher. There's no way that man coverage is really going to be able to handle that route, and that's why I love this play so much. So we'll run it one last time. Good blocking downfield. That would be an easy first down. Next up, we'll take a look at ace tight end drag. Again, this play works very well for all my ultimate team people when you have two really good tight ends. And there's literally not too much that you have to do for this play. Sometimes I will occasionally slant my main tight end, Antonio Gates, just to kind of give him a quicker route. And it's just more of a clear out thing. You really just can kind of hot route and audible your tight ends to death. So you might want to send tight end number 2 on a streak and then put Antonio Gates, tight end number 1, in the slant just to clear out that space. And you basically just go to work. You have to make sure that you make your reads. And again, even running it by default, it's a very quick. You can make a dump off pass like that when you're going against cover 3 or cover 2, and there's that small gap in the middle where there's linebackers, and you have to get it off quick before they can come up and try to take the ball from you. So I like this for short yardage situations. You can always just hot route the opposite way. Again, I didn't even audible or anything. I just put Gates in a streak and put the tight end number 2 in a slant, and that time it was a zone. Just waited for the zone to kind of clear and then just hit Antonio Gates. You can go streak and then a drag route for short yardage situation, and again dump it off really quick. A lot of people like to play cover 3, so you got to get rid of the ball really quick before the tight end, the middle linebackers or the linebackers in general can really make a play or a decision on the ball. So you see I'm just dumping it off really quick. So the next play that we're going to run really has the same concept. And again, you can go 2 streaks and then bring your wide receivers in on slants as well. This is a nice kind of clear out thing. You got to have a little extra time to get that pass off, because if they're playing zone, it's going to take a while for those guys to get open. If it's man, they're going to crush it. But you want to just, make sure that you have enough time to get the throw off. And then you can also look at your tight end right there on a streak. And then lastly, inside cross, pretty much the same exact concept. You can just leave it as it is and run it. It's a good zone beater when people are playing cover 3 to death. You just got to kind of, pick them to death, I guess is the word I want to use. Short pass after short pass to try to get them to come out of that zone and maybe switch to man, because cover 3 can be very, very annoying in this year's game. As you see, I just like to dump it off really, really quick, and then you can play with the different hot routes. It's not really going to change much from the last time we ran, or the last play we ran, as I put 1 in a streak, 1 in a slant. This time I'm going to give me a little back shoulder throw as I press my directional pad over to the right before I pass the ball. And we'll just run it again, see what gets open. This time it's man defense, so we're going to run the slant and get wide open. This will beat man defense all the time. Unfortunately, people don't play too much man defense, so you got to be a little more creative. Like I said, when people are playing zone, just look for your holes. That was a dangerous throw right there. And that's kind of the beauty, or I'm sorry, not the beauty, but the downfall of running these plays against zone. So there we go. We went underneath the zone. But just play with the different hot routes, practice it in practice mode like I usually do. Sometimes you can let this route develop with the halfback because the zones are going to kind of pull away from those dragging routes going to the outside. And sometimes you'll find the middle of the field open. That was just a dangerous throw, but he looked like he was going to get open. Anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll be back with more pistol formation throws coming up in episode number 4, which should be out probably in about a week from now, maybe a little sooner. I'm not sure yet. I'm Popular Stranger. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out. Peace.